Welcome to Sandwiches of History. Today, from 1001 Sandwiches of 1936, we're going to be making the Finnan Haddie Sandwich. Now, I had never even heard of Finnan Haddie until I started doing Sandwiches of History, but apparently it's a smoked haddock, but you can't just use it like smoked salmon. In fact, the first thing we got to do, soak the fish for a half an hour in water. Well, while the fish is soaking, we got to make ourselves a thick white sauce. Start off by melting some butter. Going to whisk in some flour. We're just going to cook that a little bit so we get the floury taste cooked out of it. Now we're going to whisk in milk. And then we stir it until it gets thick. Now that it's thickened up, time to season heavily with salt and pepper. Okay, so I've drained it and put it into a pan with fresh water, and now we cook it for 20 minutes. Now we got to let this cool completely. All right, while the fish cools, let's toast up a piece of bread. So I went ahead and flaked the fish into a bowl once it cooled, and now we add in our thick sauce, heavily seasoned. Then it says to add a few shreds of pimento, it's basically red bell pepper. Now we put that onto toast. Now it says to top with grated cheese, but it doesn't specify what kind of cheese, and that's kind of problematic. Now, more often than not, when they want Parmesan, they specify, but they didn't here, so I'm going to do both shredded cheddar cheese, which I think is the default, and shredded Parmesan cheese. Then put that under the broiler until brown. Okay, at long last, let's give this Finnan Haddie sandwich made with cheddar cheese a go. Obviously getting the richness from the white sauce, a little bit of salt and pepper from there. The smoked haddock is really quite good. It's quite tasty fish, even if it is a big process to go through. And the cheddar cheese is kind of working with it, almost like a tuna melt, but with a little bit tastier fish. Okay, let's give the Finnan Haddie sandwich made with Parmesan cheese a go. This time we're getting a little more nuttiness, a little bit more saltiness, but it's going well with the pimentos, it's going well with the white sauce, it's going well with the smoked haddock. I do want to plus them up though. I'm going to add a little J.O. spice. It's kind of like a more intense Old Bay. Okay, let's give the Finnan Haddie sandwich made with cheddar cheese and plussed up with J.O. spice a go. Slam dunk. All the flavors, black pepper, red pepper, all of it just playing really well with everything in here. Okay, now let's give the Finnan Haddie sandwich made with Parmesan cheese and plussed up with J.O. spice a go. That also works. Although it is getting a little salty with both the cheese and the spice blend, but flavor-wise it's delicious. All right, so the original Finnan Haddie sandwich, it's mind-blowing how much time it consumed to make this sandwich. I think it was probably made by someone who was a cook or a servant in the house, as opposed to someone who just had nothing but time on their hands. It ended up being a tasty sandwich. I think I prefer it with the cheddar cheese as opposed to the Parmesan cheese. And really, neither one were bad. I'm going to give the one with cheddar cheese, I'm going to give that a 7.5. Parmesan cheese, probably 6.5. Plus up with the J.O. spice, the cheddar cheese version goes up to an 8, and the Parmesan version goes up to a 7. They're both tasty. I'm definitely going to finish them. I don't know that I want to take the time to make this again, but if someone made it for me, I'd eat it. All right, see you tomorrow.